Okay, so I'm gonna try out something new here. I'm just gonna go through my builds and kind of run down why I use them and what they are. So I personally prefer comfort builds, so I usually use the Traveler's Chosen or the Lumina hand cannon with boots of assemblers or Eyes of Another World. This current setup I'm running is pretty much your standard medic. So it's got Lumina, a random AR. You can swap that out for any special grenade launcher or like a anything with chill clip's probably better. The Ascendancy grenade launcher because it's got explosive light, which is really good for damage, and amplifier, which is also really good just for damage and DPS. Don't really need to worry about that. Artifacts are seasonal, so they're not consistent. This I'm just running this for comfort. So bulwark finishes are really good if you need if you're in a bit of a trouble. Uh, Grenade ability when you're using your class ability is cool because we're running. The only real stats I care about are intellect, recovery, resilience. I don't really care about the others. They're not really stats that are important to me. We're running kinetic siphon, heavy ammo scout because heavy ammo is important. We're running grenade kickstarter. All of our stuff has recovery in it. Increases reload speed of kinetic weapons because Lumina sucks at reloading. Grenade Kickstarter is always good, and we're running that because that just makes good synergy. So you use your class ability, then you chuck your grenade at someone, and then you damage someone. It's a nice little loop. Charged up is honestly not really needed. It's just because in the boots, where is it? Wait, hold on. We're not even running it anymore. Oh well, you don't even need. Oh yeah, that's right. That's how I was running it. Yeah. That's just so that way you can get more charges of light to proc grenade kickstarter more, so you can spam more grenades and utility kickstarter, so you have abilities up. As for our aspects, firebolt grenades because this season firebolt grenades are dope, but you don't. You can really use whatever grenade you like with this build. It's not really required. Fusion grenades are usually pretty good just because it is so good. Uh, that's really nice because it increases our resilience and it's another way for us to generate orbs, which with the grenades it's really easy. This is really nice because it makes you and your teammates radiant, which when you pop down a well with Blessing of Light, not Blessing of Light, Boots of the Assembler and the Lumina, you pretty much have infinite wells, nearly, if you stand in them, which means if you pop radiant, you're pretty much making a mini Well of Radiance, which is kind of cool. Defeating scorched enemies, that's just really there for the grenade, for the melee energy, sorry, and the recovery, because otherwise we don't have max recovery. That can be swapped out with really anything. This is important because this is like something that makes the entire build work. Whenever you heal someone, you get whenever you apply restoration, cure, or radiant to allies, you get increased regeneration on all your abilities. This lasts for like 6 seconds. We're also running heat rises because the glide's nice. And you're running touch of flame because the increased fireball grenade and stuff is great. You could also swap this out for Icarus Dash. Depends on what you want. I'm running Incinerator Snap because it can hit a lot of people. You can also swap that out situationally depending on the map you're in. I also prefer Healing Rift because it makes it a lot easier to proc Ember of Benevolence. So Healing Rift, Ember of Benevolence and the Healing Rift all proc Boots of Assembler. So Boots of Assembler, which by the way, if you really want to, you can put on Solar Weapon Surge to buff the rocket launcher damage. But the boots, whenever these send out a healing seeker, so standing in a healing rift creates noble seekers that seek out allies that are not in the rift and heals them. This has a range of, from my testing, around 20 to 30 meters. It can be a bit inconsistent on the range, and it's also got to track people. So if you stand in empowering rifts, it creates a damage boost. The reason I run healing rift is because what this doesn't tell you is when you're standing in one of these, it generates noble rounds for Lumina. So one of these, when you absorb a noble round, it fires a heat-seeking ally projectile that buffs their damage and heals them. So I use Lumina to damage my teammates mostly as a damage buff, because when you hit an ally with noble rounds, it procs your perk. So grants them a weapon damage bonus. This is 35% weapon damage bonus. That's more than a Well of Radiance, and it also buffs your damage by 35%. So Oh, and it also activates Ember of Benevolence whenever you do this. So this is activating Ember of Benevolence, which is keeping all your abilities up. It's also generating you Noble Rounds, which even without kills, you're getting 35% damage buff from the Luminar and hitting a teammate. And then, thanks to that, you're also still proccing, you're resetting this, which then procs more Ember Benevolence, which means that you can then throw more grenades, more punches, which this also buffs with Radiant too. So you're getting constant buffs from that. So like even during a boss DPS phase, you'll chuck down a Healing Rift or an Empowering Rift. It doesn't really matter. I prefer Healing Rift. You'll get Noble Round. You'll shoot a Noble Round an ally. And then you'll swap to your Rocket Launcher, DPS, 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 and then swap back. The Noble Round buff lasts 10 seconds. I really enjoy it because it's just a nice little synergy kit. I really like it. There's not much else to it really. We'll go in. I'll explain it during a strike. We'll run it on the paper. We'll even run it during the Nightfall. Screw it. No, we're not at that stage. We're not at the gear level stage. So we'll run it in here, and I'll show you guys how the build actually works. We'll do some R&R. I suck at editing, so if you're wondering why isn't this man just cutting to him or playing like stuff in the background, it's because I don't have editing software, and I don't know how to edit videos. So all my videos are just live recorded, hence why any bloopers and stuff make it into the videos. Because I don't have editing powers. I'm not Superman, and I can't do editing and a full-time job and this. So yeah, it's not even Strained and Void Surge, realistically. I could be doing a lot more damage if I had actual proper things. But I'll just like show you guys how the build works run-wise. This will probably take another 10-13 minutes, but we'll run one strike. Why not? I really like this setup. There's also a couple of other setups I have, like, for other builds, but if this video does well, I might show them off. But I kind of just did this because I didn't feel like streaming today after work. And I still wanted to make content for you guys. So this is my maybe shoddy attempt at that. But it's fun, so yeah. Oh, it's really hot. Okay. Perks of you guys watching the video. You can just skip ahead 10-15 seconds or 10, maybe a minute to whenever, because yeah. You guys don't have to consume yourselves with time. Isn't that neat? Okay.
You're in the thick, Guardian. Hive, taken. Pretty sure they know you're
thanks to the seasonal artifact, we're getting 2 firebolt grenades, but that's a bit inconsistent. Oh my god, my aim. Oh, that's why my sensitivity was down. Okay. So we get remnant rounds, fire that at an ally. Now we get damage buff. So how much are we hitting for? So we're hitting a thrall at that range for 2,900. Oh, that was a headshot, that doesn't count. Hold on. Probably be better to find a better dummy. And there are probably better, you know, actual shooting test dummies, but we'll see. We'll shoot an acolyte. Bang. Shoot him. Oh. How are both of those headshots? Okay. My damage testing sucks. There's better ways to damage test it, but... I missed. I'm terrible. Okay. Damage buff. Radiant. Reload. Hence why the reloader. Healing Circle. I'm playing this massively bad. I'm not playing this how I usually would. I'm trying to demonstrate the setup. Buff him. Like, this is constantly hitting for like 10k. It doesn't do as much on these guys. But, heal him. Healing Circle. Where's that other teammate? But. Hey. Piss off. The only downside is to this build, you have to ADS to fire. I have to.
Moving back to a holding pattern.
Fuck that.
Good luck.
Grenade. Grenade. Eat. Oh, you also get Well of Radiance really quickly with this setup. I'm not sure if Ember of Benevolence does count. I don't think it does towards Well of Radiance, but it's still nice. Reload. Buff him. Ah. Healing Circle. We're not even, like, making max use out of the ability spam this build has. Like, look at that. Oh, I missed. Doesn't even matter, though, because we'll get it back real quick. Buff, buff. Yeah. And we could go pick up those orbs our allies generated, but we won't. Yeet. And now we will. And this is during a nightfall, by the way. And I don't know these people. These are complete randoms. I am terrible at aiming. Bing. That was weird. Buff, buff. It's not actually a waste to chuck down Healing Rift in this build inside Well of Radiance because Healing Rift generates an overshield. So I actually kind of like to use it. If you need the extra protection, which during this bit, I've done this so many times, you kind of do. Let's make it Radiant. 1, 2. Oh! That cancelled my well too, didn't it? Okay, that was bad. Is this? Wow. Yeah, this bit kind of sucks. Respawn. Oh, it didn't use well. Okay, thank God. But even without a kill, chuck this down. And then we still get noble rounds to fire. Ah, shit. Chuck that down and we'll heal this guy. Ah, firebolt grenade. That. Firebolt grenade. And chuck down a healing circle just for some extra oomph. Oh, look at that. Our firebolt grenade's nearly back. Buff his damage. Firebolt grenade's back. Radiant. Chuck out the grenade again. Oh, look at that. Rift's back.
Grabbing you a laser core for the gun.
Yeah. So I think I've shown off the basic principle of this setup. And if you like need to do DPS on a boss, then you'll like get noble rounds, you'll go bang, and then you'll swap to your rocket launcher, DPS the boss, and then you can swap back, bang. So yeah, that's pretty much it, chat. I say chat like I'm streaming, but I'm not. Yes, that's pretty much it. I hope you found that video informative and that you liked it. If you did, then yeah, give us up. This is my first, like, technically YouTube exclusive video aside from the shorts, so I hope you liked it. Bye!